Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, the best place to be wherever you are on your wealth journey right now. Today I'm going to share with you the debt reduction snowball method that I used to repay £125,000 worth of debt in just 4 years. So what exactly is a snowball and how do we use it? Well, if we think about a real snowball, if we have a mountain and we have a snowball at the top of the mountain, we roll the snowball down the mountain and what happens is that it gathers pace and it gathers momentum and it also gathers extra snow as well. So as it goes down the mountain, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it reaches the bottom. And that's exactly what we want to do with our debt. We want to take a small amount of money but gather as much money as we possibly can to start repaying that debt really, really quickly. And the more quickly we can repay our debt that way, the more we can add on more money to the amount that we're repaying and it becomes bigger and bigger, just like the real snowball. So let me show you exactly how that would work in real life. So we've got some debts here. I've labelled them A to E. We've got some credit cards and some loans in there and they're all different amounts. I've worked out which one of these I'm going to repay first, and if you're not sure which one to repay first, then I suggest you watch this video just up here where I explain how I worked out which one you should pay off first and why. So go and watch that one if you don't know yet. And I know that I'm going to repay loan D first of all. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be paying my loans off fastest to slowest. Okay, so loan D is the fastest loan that I can pay off. We can see here that I've broken it down to the amount that I've got outstanding on loan D, the amount that I pay in total per month, and then I've got the amount that I pay in interest and the amount that I'm repaying every single month towards loan D. Okay, now I'm repaying £174.99 every month on this one, and there's no interest on it because it's a 0% furniture loan. So let's say I'm repaying that £174.99. What I want to do to really get my snowball going is to add an extra amount of money so that I can use that to start repaying it, get that snowball rolling. So in this example, I'm going to use £100 per month, okay, or $100 depending on where you are. So I think that everybody can just about muster together an extra £100. Now, if you're not sure how to do that, then one good way of doing it would be to put all of your monthly outgoings into some kind of spreadsheet. So I showed you how to do a wealth action plan in one of my previous videos, which I'll pop just up here for you. So have a watch of that one if you're not sure how to do that. And then what you do is you look at what your outgoings are and see whether there's any way of reducing them. So it might be that you could reduce some monthly bills, or it might just be that you stop eating out at pubs and restaurants and so on and save some money that way. For myself and my husband, we stopped going to the cinema, we stopped eating out, and we also stopped shopping at the expensive supermarkets and went to the budget supermarkets instead. So, you know, we tried all sorts of different things just to get that extra £100 per month, because that's all you really need to get your snowball rolling. Now, please don't worry if you can't get £100 a month. You know, you could just go for a smaller amount, maybe £50 or even less. Whatever you have extra spare that you can use towards making this method work, then I would say definitely go for that. Okay, so whatever small amount you have. So in our example, I'm going to use the £100. So I'm going to take my extra £100 and I'm going to add it on to the £174.99 that I'm already overpaying towards loan D. Okay, so now I have £274.99 that I'm overpaying. And how many months will it take me to repay loan D now? Well, if I take the £2,000 that's outstanding and I divide it by £274.99, it gives me 8 months. Okay, so 8 months is all it's going to take me to repay loan D. So once I've repaid loan D after 8 months, I then move on to my next loan, which is going to be loan B. Now I've got £12,000 outstanding on loan B, and I'm currently repaying £500 per month every single month that's coming off of that 12,000. Now, because I've already been doing this process for the last 8 months, and I've not been concentrating on any of my other loans, so I've been repaying my monthly minimums on all of the other loans while I'm repaying loan D. And because I've been paying the monthly minimum on loan B, which is my next loan, that £500 that I've been overpaying has been happening for the last 8 months. So my £12,000 that I did owe on loan B has now come down by £4,000, because £500 a month overpayments times 8 months is £4,000. 12,000, which was the original amount outstanding, minus the 4,000 that I've overpaid over that 8 months, now means that I have £8,000 remaining on loan B. Okay, now my snowball has also gone up. Remember, I had £274.99 that I was repaying towards loan D and really going for it. Now that loan D is paid off, I have that £274.99 going spare. So I add that £274.99 on to the £500 that I'm already overpaying onto loan B. And suddenly my snowball has gotten really big now. It's £500 plus the £274.99, which is £774.99. And I'm going to go all out and repay loan B as quickly as I possibly can using that money. Now, how many months will it take me? Well, £8,000 divided by £774.99 comes to 11 months. So it's going to take me 11 months to repay loan B. Okay, so I'm 19 months into the process now, which is about a year and a half, just over. And what we've done is we've now repaid £14,000 worth of loans. Think about my method compared with repaying smallest to largest, which is one of the other schools of thought when it comes to repaying loans and credit card debt. If you repaid smallest to largest, I would go loan D first, which is £2,000, and then I'd follow that up with loan A, which is £5,000. It would also take me 19 months using the smallest to largest method instead of the fastest to slowest method. In the 19 months with the smallest to largest, I would only have repaid £7,000 worth of debt, compared with my method, which is the fastest to slowest. I would have repaid £14,000, which is double the amount in the same amount of time. So can you see, from a mindset point of view, I really want to be repaying the debts as quickly as I possibly can, which is why I want to go from fastest to slowest. Okay. So now I'm going to move on to repay loan A. So loan A originally had £5,000 outstanding. However, I've been paying £138.88 over the last 19 months. So 138.88 times 19 months comes to 2638.72. The original £5,000 minus 2638.72, A is now only £2,638.72. My debt snowball has also increased for loan A. So what happens with my snowball for A is I take my original £774.99, I add on interest that I no longer have to pay on loan B, which is £30, and I also add on the amount that I'm overpaying anyway towards loan A, which is £138.88. So my snowball now is £943.87. So how long will it take me to repay loan A? Well, 2,638.72 divided by £943.87 comes to just 3 months. Happy days. Okay, now I can move on to credit card C. Credit card C originally was worth £8,000, but again I've been overpaying that every single month by £95.23. £95.23 times the 22 months that I'm now down the line repaying my debts comes to £2,095.06. So £8,000 minus 2,095.06 comes to 5,904.94. That's how much I've got outstanding now on loan C. And again, my snowball has increased. So I take my 943.87, I add on the interest that I no longer have to pay for loan A, which is £25, and I also add on the amount that I'm already overpaying towards credit card C, which in this case is £95.23. So my total snowball is now £1,064.10. I go hell for leather and repay loan C as quickly as I possibly can. How long will it take me? 5,904.94 divided by my debt snowball amount of 1,064.10 takes me just 6 months to repay credit card C. Then I can move on to credit card E, my final loan, hurrah! Again, I've been paying the monthly minimum payment on credit card E for the whole time that I've been repaying all the rest of the loans and credit cards. And as you can see, I've been overpaying this by £35 per month. £35 times 28 months comes to £980. So 7,000 minus the 980 comes to £6,020 that I now have outstanding on credit card E. And again, my snowball has increased once more because I take my £1,064.10, and I add on the £35 that I'm overpaying towards loan E. I also add on the interest that I no longer have to pay on credit card C, which was £16.67. My debt snowball is now £1,115.77. So now again I'm trying to repay credit card E as quickly as I possibly can using that snowball. And how long will it take me? Well, £6,020 divided by £1,115.77 gives me just 6 months again to repay credit card E. So once I've done that, I'm at the end of the road. It's taken me 34 months, worst case scenario, to repay all 5 of those loans. And don't forget that I've rounded up there as well, so it won't quite take you 34 months to repay the whole lot if you do this exactly as I've described it. And what does this mean? Well, it means that we've actually repaid £34,000 worth of debt in just 34 months, which is under 3 years, which is absolutely amazing compared with just sitting on our hands and doing nothing but paying the monthly minimums, which would take us 16.5 years to repay all 5 of those loans. And don't forget that now that I've paid everything off, I've got £1,220.77 that I no longer have to pay towards my loans. So think about what else you could do with that money that you don't have to pay towards your loans anymore. You could go and save that money, you could invest that money, you could pay down your home mortgage. Imagine how many months or years you could shave off your home mortgage by paying an extra £1,000 a month to get that mortgage right down. So it gives you lots and lots of options now as to what you can actually do once you finish paying your debts off. It should certainly give you a lot of peace of mind and make you feel more wealthy as well. And I want you to have fun with this, guys, as well. When I first started doing this and actually plucked up the courage to actually look at my debts and I started actually implementing this method, what happened was that I started then having fun with it and I started treating it like a game. I thought to myself, well, if I can repay loan D in 8 months, what if I can find some extra money? How many months can I get that down by? Can I pay it off in 6 months? And you start playing a game with yourself and it becomes, how quickly can I pay it off? So really do have good fun with it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that method of working. What I would say is definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already for lots more information just like this. And also have a watch of these 2 videos over here up next, which I think you'll really enjoy as well. Thank you ever so much for watching this one and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, guys.